Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to VHI Gaming and Anime. I'm Hawk.
I'm Krim.
I'm Phoenix.
I'm the Shroud.
And I am Catch.
It goes a lot better when you're directing that. So from now on, you're directing who says what.
If I'm here.
Yeah, you're here. So yeah, ignore all of those many different things you might have saw on our Twitch thing. We're having technical difficulties. So yeah, hi.
I switched.
I don't know what you're talking.
Oh, cool.
I don't
Cool.
know what you're
So-
talking about. That never happened.
Exactly. So
And if anyone says it did, you're dead to us.
we've been plagued by technical difficulties tonight. So we're gonna try and bring you the best show we possibly can tell you, and we don't have Identity Crisis anymore. Crimcatch.
Remember, no one heard that, so you can't
I know,
prove that.
I didn't have to say it, nobody would have known, but earlier on it was amazing, because now we have a Crim Catch and a Catch Catch.
Yes.
Because I know
Well,
you would have done the same thing for me.
You know, since we're going to do this,
Bring it.
how do you feel about tournament arcs?
Oh, God. I brought this upon myself.
Tournament arcs are amazing.
Yes,
Tournament arcs suck.
I know, Hawk. You know, you absolutely love tournament arcs.
Tournament
but
arcs
It's a lie. I'm gonna kill
you know
all.
what, Hawk? You got a little sloppy.
Oh my God, you could have done without the sloppy thing.
Mike, we understand how much you love Terminal. Keep it down. I just can't stand it anymore.
Thanks for joining us on the show today. I've been Hawk, and we will see you later.
You're bludgeoning.
But anyways, everybody, we do have an interesting show. And
We
we're
do.
live right
We
now
do.
through twitch.tv. Come and join us here on the podcast. We've got the chat room open.
Indeed.
We'll be posting messages through Facebook. You can find us there. And also on Twitter, we have those accounts.
Indeed. VHI Game and or at VHI Game and Anime on Twitter. Our Facebook page, VHI Gaming and Anime.
Yes.
Still, yeah. We also got an email. You can send us messages to the main line at dobmedia.com, and we'll get that email. Message us anytime. Reach out to us anytime during the week. Doesn't have to be just on the show, except the comment section is probably going to be closed down a little bit during the week. But every other place, feel free.
Also, don't forget our other email,
Yes.
which is
VHI Gaming and Anime.
Official.
Yeah, VHI Podcast Official at gmail.com.
Yes.
That's the direct show line that you can email us on. The other one is a general email, but you're free to use that as well. So, with that aside, we hope you guys are enjoying the on-screen entertainment as you listen to us joke around and bring you the news on gaming and anime. Probably more of Phoenix failing than playing, but as he so likes to put it. Oh, you're actually doing good this day.
Not at this point.
Oh.
When you're roadhog and 3 people start shooting at you, you're dead.
Yeah.
Even if you're healing. And especially if one of them's the same.
I need healing.
I had healing and it didn't help.
Wait a minute. He's not Genji.
He's not Genji, but he needs healing. The Genji virus is spreading.
Run! Run for the hills!
Oh yeah, everyone's just walking over there to die.
So,
I'm gonna sit right back here.
let's get into the news a little bit. We could start anywhere from gaming to anime, but the first thing that pops into my mind that I really want to get off my chest because I'm so excited for it since the last time we had a show, a trailer got dropped, and everyone's sharing it like crazy. And Season 2 of Overlord has been officially confirmed for January of 2018.
Now, did you also share it on the Facebook page as well?
I don't know. I thought somebody might have already beaten me to it by that point because I was getting tagged in it on my personal account, so I was sure that somebody from our group had already posted it by that point.
If not, it will be posted again.
There you go. So if you're listening, you hadn't seen it yet, you will have that opportunity. It's looking just as good as Season 1 did, and I'm getting excited for the Season 2 because of where it's picking up. I'm getting into the manga and the visual novel. I'm not at the point where Season 2 picks up, but I'm really enjoying the manga. I'm thoroughly enjoying the manga. It's great. And there are some differences in the manga and the anime, but it's not a lot.
It's not really noticeable.
Yeah, it's really not.
So it's kind of like saying watching Gurren Lagann series and the movie. There's noticeable differences, yes, but there's nothing too big where it's like you gotta watch the series before the movie. You can watch either one and have a good time.
Well, see, one of the big differences in it is, like, at the beginning of the manga, there's cuts from the game to him in real life. And it shows what he kind of looks like in real life. Although he's got the gear on his head, you can kind of see what he looks like. And then after that takes place, or after the shutdown and he gets put into
See, that's
Yggdrasil.
what I like about it, because they're keeping it a mystery now. They're not
Yeah.
like just saying, oh, this is what it looks like the way they did with an SAO. And
Yeah, or at the beginning of SAO, it was like you have your game characters, and then after the switch over, it was everyone's real.
What they look like. And also in Log Horizon, certain characters, they did reveal what they look like in the real world from the Avatar characters. And it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I love that they keep that mystery of who he is, because one, he is this big old giant skeleton creature.
Yeah.
And it's so cool that they keep that, it's like a mystery, who he is.
Now, in the series, they don't show his body, but in the movie, they kind of do. I don't know how long for, but I remember in the movie, in the beginning, you will see the body, and then he puts on the gear and lays down on the
Right.
bed. They do show that in the movie, which I need to finish that movie.
Yeah, I do need to start on that. But yeah, so Overlord Season 2, January 2018, right around the corner. And Ketch, you've kind of said that they are going to simuldub it.
They are in Simon Dub. From what I understand, it's still on the kind of the delay though from Funimation.
Right.
But what I've been reading is that they're getting already a lineup for things to come.
Well, that's good, because I hope that Overlord is one of them, because when it first came out, it was kind of underrated. Like, it was really good, but not a lot of people liked it, or not really knew about it, should I say. I wouldn't go as far as to say didn't like it.
The first time when I saw Overlord was through Funimation Now, which is their subscription.
Mm-hmm.
And I was always kind of curious because the artwork was so beautiful.
Yeah.
How they did things is like, this looks interesting. This is something I could get into. And then when I started reading an article about it in Otaku USA, it really piqued my interest even more. I'm like, okay, I gotta check this out.
Yeah, because they do a lot of things really well in the anime. Like, the art style is definitely one of the better things. And I think it kind of holds the title for one of the best death scenes in an anime.
Yeah, there was like a top 10 from Anime America. Shout out to them. They're very
They're a
interesting.
really great channel.
They did top 10, I think, Ein's death with female version He-Man was number...
Well, Clementine was her name.
around the top 5. I remember that.
Yeah.
And I have to agree. That scene.
Yeah, the scene where Ainz kills Clementine is beautifully done. I'd go watch it. Go watch Overlord if you haven't. So moving on from Overlord, because we can spend all day talking about it.
We can make it our own podcast.
We could. So what else is going on, guys?
Well, let's go on with the gaming news because there's some big news that came out.
Yeah. For notably, the biggest one I think that's dropped has to do with Injustice 2. 3 new... technically 6 new characters, but 4 of them got grouped into one. Enchantress got announced, another person got announced, I always forget his name, and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are coming to Injustice.
Which I love about this new Injustice game, it's not just only DC characters. You got Dark Horse with Hellboy in it.
Yeah.
And then you also have Image with Spawn is
Yeah.
also in the game.
Not to mention the obvious crossover with Mortal Kombat they were gonna do from the very beginning with Raiden, or is it pronounced Raiden or Raiden? Because I've heard 2 different versions.
Pretty much I've heard both versions of it.
Well, we're gonna go with Raiden.
And of course Sub-Zero's in it.
Yeah, oh yeah, Sub-Zero's in it and Raiden's in it, amongst other things, and I am
Scorpion
really...
was in the first one, so...
Yeah.
Because it's not done by the same company.
Right.
But still, it's a great shout out to that original game that they did first, Mortal Kombat versus DC.
Yeah. And I'm really liking 3 characters from it, from what I've seen, because I've seen some cutscenes on YouTube. I'm really liking Harley. I'm really liking the Joker, because the Joker, I didn't know what I was going to think of it, but now that I've seen kind of what he looks like and what he does, I'm liking this version of the Joker.
What I also like about this new Injustice game, they have Swamp Thing. Swamp Thing was one
Yeah.
of those my favorite characters growing up.
Well, another character that I'm really falling in love with, and in terms of how they look, their personality and how they fight is Ivy.
Yeah.
How Ivy, just the total package with Ivy that you get in Injustice 2 looks really good. And didn't think I would actually like Ivy ever, let alone in Injustice 2.
She's like one of the main bads too.
Oh, I know. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So yeah, like the new DLC, what is this, 3? Is this DLC 3 for Injustice, or is it still DLC 2?
I don't know if this is, I think this is 3.
I want to say I've heard it's 3, or at least I think I
because
saw
2
3.
is what I introduced like Hellboy and all that. But yeah, I mean, game's going strong and all. Anybody who wants to pick it up, you know, you go to your game stores, they have it, or retail places, they got this game, or you can wait, like some of the people's doing right now, and wait for Black Friday, what's supposed to be announced for a cheaper price.
Yeah.
Not gonna say
Quotations.
how much, but
You know, but you're not gonna. Ha ha. Just kidding. I don't really know. So, moving along to the next topic, I've seen, or at least that I can think of, news kind of got out there about Final Fantasy 15, and this ties into another game as well. Final Fantasy 15 episode Ignis is right around the corner. They said it was gonna be a late 2017 release. So I think I heard December was the month last time I checked and last time I saw, so we're getting to December, so be expecting that Ignis DLC. Prompto I heard was really good, and I've seen Gladiolus' DLC, and it was really good. So, which 15 ties into two other bits of news, because I don't think we've covered either one of these since our last show. Noctis has been confirmed for Dissidia, which is Final Fantasy's fighting game. And Noctis has also been confirmed as a new DLC fighter for Tekken 7.
yeah, I heard that.
And his fighting style looks awesome. Like, he's got the teleportation with the King's Arms that he has in 15. They got a new stage at the in Hammerhead with the gas station with Cindy and all his buddies and whatnot. So,
if y'all want to see a good explanation about those trailers, please look at Larry's channel.
Larry Zor, God, I love Larry. He's
We have Noctis in here now.
We have Noctis now. Please buy her game. We promise you'll like him. Larry's great.
You know how you like
Larry is great.
You know how in the
But another thing he mentioned with Noctis, a tie-in with Assassin's Creed.
Is that still going on?
Yeah. I think so. I believe it.
Because I heard it was going on. I did hear about it, but I thought it was over by now.
You know how you want the assassins having teleportation? Well, now you can.
Right.
Okay.
But yeah, there was a tie-over. Noctis was, or they had an Assassin's Creed event, the Assassin's Carnival, and you could get the Assassin's uniform with it from Assassin's Creed, and it was like a little more Assassin's gameplay, and there was like a storyline in itself that dealt with the Carnival, which looked really cool. And I think Assassin's Creed did something with Final Fantasy in their game, didn't they?
That I don't know.
We'll have to get on that and look. But yeah, there was that crossover, so that's about all I got for 15.
Well, also, news that came out for this week, Ultra Sun and Moon.
Yeah, Ultra Sun and Moon came out. Why did I not ever cover that? It's out, and it looks amazing, and I want it.
That's the reason I'm just looking at the things of what we need to talk about.
Yeah, I'm glad you are. Oh god, yeah, Ultra Sun and Moon looks phenomenal. And it is confirmed that it is in an alternate, a parallel timeline to regular Sun and Moon. But the things that I've seen and how things are working out looks amazing. Like,
and I heard there's a couple of characters that came back from the very first game.
yeah. Yeah, like, well, tiny bit of a spoiler alert, but if you haven't, this is only a spoiler alert if you haven't been watching the trailers that have come out. Team Rocket's back. Giovanni's back. There is a freaking battle tower, like the battle tree, but with just the villains. So you can fight the crime bosses from all of the freaking games, from Giovanni, to all Team Plasma, Team Galactic, Magma, Aqua. It's amazing. I really want this freaking game. Lusamine is back. Guzma somehow is on your side this time around, not against you.
Guzma.
Your boy Guzma's on your side. I'm so happy about that. Guzma has quickly become my favorite Pokemon enemy team villain. Don't really know why, but he's become my favorite.
I don't know, Giovanni, man.
Giovanni's good, but I mean,
I mean, a slick Italian.
there you go.
How you doing?
I'm just upset that Giovanni didn't get that Guido accent in the anime.
I know, right?
I mean, it was a perfect fit. Just have Giovanni like, hey Jesse, James, how you doing? Look, I'm gonna need you to go out here and get this, fight these things. He's so freaking incompetent. So if you don't win, if you don't do your thing, you're gonna have to pay.
Which is interesting because a lot of the original Pokemon episodes were filmed in New York.
I know. And then they give
Where a
that
good buddy of
Guido.
ours, Eric Stewart, you know.
They give that
Who
Guido
did the voice of Brock and James.
right, and they give the Guido accent to Meowth. Why did Meowth get the accent when Giovanni should have gotten it? But either way, that's just So Ultra Sun and Moon's out. It looks great. It looks phenomenal. I've seen people streaming it, and they've streamed it so much that they're already in end game stuff, so it has to be good. I'm not watching any of it because I want to just feel it for the first time whenever I get it, because it's great. I got a Charizard waiting on me now, so because at the beginning of before the game came out, all these retailers were giving out their exclusive Pokemon you could get for Sun and Moon, and so I got a couple of cards for Charizard and had a Red hold on to him for me. So whenever I got my game, he could just trade over, and I could have a Charizard waiting for me.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be awesome when I get to play it. As you can tell, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm a little excited about Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon.
Really? You can never guess.
But that's okay because, you know, there's a lot of good games that are coming out. And that was one I said. You was always a big fan of Pokemon. I don't know, there's a lot of people that's big fan of Pokemon.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been playing I played Pokemon for the very first year when it first came out. After that, I haven't really got a chance to play any other ones. Would I love to go back to play them? Absolutely. Do I have the time for it? Not really anymore. There's so many things I want to do, so many things I want to watch. But when I get a chance to, I will.
I want you to do something for me real quick, okay? I want you to turn around. I want you to look at the top of that shelf behind you.
I know what's on top of the shelf.
Okay. They're making another one for the Switch,
Oh gosh.
and they've said it is an RPG Pokemon game for the Switch.
A core
A
RPG.
core RPG
Like,
for the
this
Switch.
is not just, they're making a simple Pokemon game and putting some RPG. They're making an RPG game solely about Pokemon.
And the only thing they've said about it is they're working on it. They haven't given a name, anything. So, switch up, baby.
They've been honest with us.
That's all I'm saying.
So don't expect it to come out next year. They said it may come next year, but don't hold us on that.
I would be happy if they just give some information on it next year at any point. If not, I understand. I just want information. I don't want it to come out.
Yeah.
But moving on.
Yes. I think in this news we can go to Crayon with a Corner Reborn, because I know that there had to be some kind of new patch that dropped, if I'm not correct.
There's a patch that is coming up this Tuesday. Patch 4.15.
But a patch has dropped since we last talked on the show.
Oh, several patches have dropped since we last talked about it.
But the big one is coming. Or the next big one with quotations.
Well, I don't know if I would say that 4.15 is a big patch because really and honestly it doesn't add anything as far as quests. The only things that I've seen that it is adding is the new PvP mode, Rival Wings.
That's the MOBA, isn't it?
That is the MOBA. Where
Looking
you
at you, Phoenix.
where you get to use some goblin tech, aka mechs.
Looking at you, Phoenix.
Really?
So we may or may not have some of that going up on the channel after it goes live, and it may or not be me. It may or may not be Phoenix. Probably going to be Phoenix.
100% gonna be Phoenix.
And then the one thing we've all been waiting for that they're adding,
Yeah.
the perform feature.
Totally going to do Dragon Force. through the fire and the flames on a harp. Come on.
I don't see it happening.
I know. One could dream.
They're only going to like give us like 3 octaves to play with.
Holy
You can do it in
crap.
2 octaves.
I have to interrupt.
You can.
I have to interrupt this for just a second. So see, at least one person on this show is a big WWE fan, and so
That
we're
might be you.
It
may or may
totally
not may or may
cannot
not be me. And so we've got the NXT thing going on in the background with muted, and they just did a wide shot of the arena for tonight's pay-per-view, and the sell for War Games looks amazing. Anyway, I'm going to stop looking at that now. Let's move on before I get totally distracted by wrestling.
And that's the reason we had you sit beside the TV to face away from it, not over here when you
I know.
staring at it.
Yeah, or this show would have been different. It's like, hi, I'm Hawk, and that's the last you're going to hear from me. I know, okay. So yeah, Corner Reborn Perform. It's being added finally in 4.15. We still don't know. I guess we kind of do know, but they haven't really concrete said it was going to be a Bard only skill or a Bard only action, should I say?
Yeah. I think it is because they said something about equipping a harp.
Yeah, and bards are the only people that use a harp, unless you have to buy a harp. I don't know, but yeah. Unless they add Carpenter and Disciples of the Hand, they add Performer as one of those, but I don't think
I
they
don't
do
think
that.
they would because it wouldn't make sense because, if they add something to like a Disciple of the Hand or Disciple of the Land and call it Performer, it's going to have to be able to do something more than just perform.
Yeah, they can make.
I think, from what I've been gathering, from what a lot of people have been saying, perform is going to be more of like a role play element.
Yeah, it's not going to do anything other than let you play music through the game. Now, isn't it true that people can hear what you're playing?
Yes.
Totally going to the ends. I'm going to the bars and just playing. It's going to be fun.
You and everybody else that's been waiting on that.
My turf. Get away.
Hey, look, this is my table. I was dancing on this before you were even thought of.
Exactly. I was dancing naked on these tables before you were here. Just not as this current character, but either way. I'm probably gonna end up being that old Southern guy sitting on a porch picking at the harp. Yeah, okay, we're not gonna do
Dueling hops.
Dueling harps. I could see something coming out of being a performer as a Disciple of the Hand, because the Disciple of the Hand, they create things and whatnot, and you're creating music and you're using your hand to do it, but at the same time, they could also produce things. Like a performer, if you're at a high enough level, can make scrolls, orchestrion scrolls, or they can make music sheets that you can play through the orchestrion. It doesn't even have to be like scrolls that you obtain in the game. You can make you can make them, and the only way to obtain them is to do that, like old game music or like new exclusive music to 14 or old Final Fantasy music that's not already in the game, and then you could play it through the orchestrion.
While that would be interesting and all, they already have someone who can make the actual rolls, blank rolls, and that's the Alchemist.
Oh, screw the Alchemist.
Only if they're hot and female. If they do not fit in those two categories, I am sorry.
Does Razia count?
This who?
Razia?
Oh. You mean Phoenix?
Yeah. Does this character count? Because I'm like,
His character is female, I will say that much. But
looks are purely to the eye.
it's like I always say when it comes to determining whether a person is male or female online. Dude until proven chick.
Oh, without a doubt. And we know that this is a dude, but at the same time, if they're female and hot. So are you talking about game character or game player? Because if it's game player, then yeah, he's out without a doubt. He gave me that look like he's disappointed at my...
No, that was what happened on screen.
Oh, let's say, well, I'm
just
sorry that I
trying
don't
to-
find you attractive, but...
Kill.
Well,
Yeah.
that would actually be subjective. But yes, on to what we really need.
Yeah,
to be
more
talking about.
more of the actual news instead of goofing around.
The other game that came out this week, if anyone who got a chance to pre-order it, is the new Lego Marvel Superheroes 2 came out.
Indeed.
Fortunately, we didn't get a chance to play it for the show. I didn't get a chance to grab a copy from GameStop. But I've heard great things about it, heard what you can do, who they've added into the game. There are the new bad guy is Kang. The time, because you go through time in the game, this one. And there's a lot that says nothing but a love letter to Marvel, because it is so many shout outs here and there. But I definitely want to get that game.
Yeah.
Start playing.
It looks good. Definitely looks good.
Yeah.
So,
That's pretty much what we got going on in the gaming news that I know of so far.
yeah, I can't think of much else for
Except
gaming.
for another like an Overwatch.
Yeah, Overwatch.
Yeah, if you see these giant red orbs flying around the screen, that is Moira's new thing. They just added her into the game, and she's a support, and she has to drain other people to build up her healing.
Enemy needs 10 kills to win.
Well, there is something else I could think about that came out recently.
You're not going anywhere.
Okay.
Star Wars
Yeah, Battlefront 2.
Battlefront 2.
Actually, I know your reaction, but you couldn't hear what he was saying earlier. The biggest thing that people weren't happy about going into it were the microtransactions, but they have suspended it.
Yes, they did. I
They
know
did?
that.
Okay.
Yeah, they didn't get much choice in that matter.
Yeah, they. Well, the thing is, they said they turned it off temporarily.
Yeah, but they need to do some really big fixing because from what I heard they were doing was not a big fan of it.
Yeah, not to mention
Takes roughly what 40 hours to unlock.
they
Yeah,
cut
for-
that in
Oh, it's more
half.
than that.
They cut that in half now. That's been cut in half.
Yeah, well, originally it was 40 hours or more to unlock Vader, or you could just buy him with microtransactions.
Yeah, but now they turned that off, and not to mention the game is very buggy.
Oh, great.
Extremely buggy. Like.
This is what I don't understand. Like, if this were coming out a few years ago, I could understand bugs on release.
No. Here's what I don't understand. Okay? This is a big name product.
Yeah.
Star Wars franchise. It's coming from a big name studio. EA.
Mm-hmm.
EA's never had the best releases of games, though.
Yeah.
They have
Either
the best
way.
releases of games, and especially because of also what happened from last year that went on to this year, which you know what I'm talking about. So
Yeah,
voice
like-
actor strike.
Yeah.
That was one of the companies that was involved with it.
They were definitely one of the companies involved, but EA's just, this year alone, has had a really horrible track record with a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, they shut down the company behind Mass Effect. They shut down Visceral Games. They merged two of their studios to work on Anthem, the new game coming out. And while releasing Battlefront 2, they let it go full of bugs and everything. And I just don't understand for the life of me, why you let Star Wars Battlefront 2 in the year 2017 release with bugs.
The Last Jedi.
Yeah, the same
Coming
year
out.
The Last Jedi's coming out, you release it full of bugs. Clearly, there should have been a lot of testers in there. I'm sure they were, because I'm sure they would have just created a game and said, here, go take it to stores. They had to have people testing it. Why did it still get released full of bugs? Like, if you wanted to keep up with the release date, it's okay to delay it because of a few bugs. But if you want to just launch it, just to keep up with the release date and say, oh, we'll worry about it later, well, look what happened with Andromeda. Mass Effect Andromeda got released on time, but it was so full of bugs. and it took them a long time to fix them. A long time, and not even because it took long to work. They just didn't want to work on Andromeda, and they didn't. No more DLCs, and more nothing coming to Andromeda. It's dead now.
I think what was the biggest insult is they, in the first Battlefront, people were liking it, but they noticed a lot of, like, there was some trouble with the multiplayer, and they said they promised in the second one that will not happen, that when they first come in, they would not have any trouble.
I can't, like, it's hard for me to trust a game company when it comes
Phoenix,
to stuff like that.
I know for a fact, has played the Battlefront, the new one that came out.
Yeah.
Not Battlefront 2, but
The original one.
Yeah.
The first one in the new series.
Yeah. And how was the gameplay for Battlefront?
I mean, I enjoyed it, but I didn't go into it expecting it to be like the old versions on the PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
Because those versions were fun, but I don't think in, current time that they work for what people want now.
Yeah, at the time they were great. The original Battlefront series, like Battlefront 2 on PS2, it was great. It was fun, and I could still play it now. But I can understand wanting to change things here or there to make it fit. But
especially fitting with the new trilogy that they're planning, with not only that, but also the backstories of Rogue One and all.
Yeah.
With the content from that as well. But at the same time, like I said, you don't want to make a game that's got so much bugs it's going to make you just angry.
It's like
hate it.
It's 2017. When an indie developer can launch a game better than a big name company, we have an issue. Indie developers should not be releasing flawless games back to back to back to back, and EA can't even launch one.
Yeah. You're right about that.
And, like, I gotta applaud Nintendo because they've launched flawless games year one, like Mario Odyssey, Breath of the Wild. They launched them on time and flawlessly. They're kind of getting with it. Like, they know that it's 2017, we can't release bad crap.
And I like it how people said, oh, this is under tech, it's not going to be so good. Look how pretty Mario looks.
Seriously.
Sorry you can't look at it, people.
I mean, Odyssey looks amazing. Breath of the Wild looks amazing. Splatoon 2 looks fun still. It's like...
And then you have ARMS, Fire Emblem that came out.
Yeah.
The new Sonic game. All those look so beautiful.
And if Xenoblade comes out, like they promised, it's a
Xenoblade
Yahtzee.
Chronicles.
It's a Yahtzee.
Xenoblade is the last game coming to the Switch this year, with a big title game coming to the Switch this year. If it launches without fault, Nintendo has had
Without
A+
any delay,
year.
any fault. I mean, I wouldn't mind a little delay, but if it does no delay, nothing, that is a complete...
Yeah.
Yeah, which is a mind blower because if you take in, it took them 2 years. Took them 2 years to release. It was either Kirby or Yoshi, Yoshi on ball, and then it took 3 years to get Xenoblade Chronicles X.
Yeah.
So take that into consideration, and they did a 180 here.
Yeah, every game got launched right away and with little to no bugs. So why EA and why all these other companies can't understand that and can't do that is a freaking mystery to me.
I just think, as I know I know companies need money, but I feel like they're just getting greedy and they want to do it at the cheapest. And
That's why you have
fastest way
microtransactions, because if I'm paying $60 for a full game, I don't need to pay all these other microtransactions to buy other things or to accelerate my gameplay. And understand that I don't have to do it, but the option shouldn't even be there. I've given you $60 of my money. The only other money I want to give you other than that is for DLCs that you release. I'm not going to want to pay you over and over and over again just to get freaking Darth Vader 40 hours early, or other weapons that are stronger than normal that I have to grind hours and hours for. Don't take that fun away from me.
That was another reason that they did away with microtransactions, because the loot boxes...
Yeah, the loot boxes.
The way they had them set up, there's like these cards or something that you can get to attach to like your gear.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to help you out. It's supposed to, make you stronger. Well, the thing is, the loot boxes had a potential to have those in them.
Of course.
So it goes from, the simple, hey, you're getting glamored gear or new heroes or whatever. No, you're getting the ability to basically
It's pay to win.
Yeah.
And I cannot understand why that happens. Like if Battlefront 2 got launched for free, and all you had to do was hit the download button, I have no issue with microtransactions because you need money.
Yeah.
You need money to sustain it, you need money to work on it, and you need money to work on other things. I understand that. But if I'm paying full price and then some for the game itself, not including microtransactions, I don't want to pay for anything extra. I might want to pay for like a glam or a new outfit or something like that. If I can't get it in game and it absolutely means nothing to the power or your attributes, I have an issue, but I'll work with it because I might want it. But pay to win is a disgrace in gaming to me. Like, I don't want to pay extra money on top of what I've already paid you just to be stronger and win the game. That's like my biggest issue with the other Final Fantasy 15 mobile that came out. With, what was it, Empires or whatever it was? You know what I'm talking about, though.
Yeah.
Like, it was massive. Like, people said it was a scam, and I'm not necessarily saying it was a scam, but it was without a doubt pay to win, because the only way you can be strong enough to keep up with extra players is if you dropped over like hundreds and hundreds of dollars into this
People
game.
have dropped $10,000.
Yeah, drop $10,000 to be the best player in the game, and that's really
And
the only way you can
he
do
only stayed
it.
for like 2 days.
Yeah, and it's like, with the game's free, so certain things in there I can understand because you got to make your money. You can't just launch a free game and expect to be okay. But when it's nothing but pay to win, I can't back that, and I can't make an excuse for it.
And it blows my mind not only adding microtransaction, making a silver version, a gold version, the exclusive version has these seriously, you need all this money for a buggy, glitchy game that's not even ready to come out? While a free game can be ready and flawed right there, can be ready and have little to no bugs?
Yeah. It's like, and all these other editions got extra stuff you can get with it, like an extra character that nobody else can get, or stronger stuff that nobody else can get, and that irks me just as much. It's like, I get it, you know, you want to come out with different versions and different editions and whatnot, but, like, early access to something is okay, but exclusive access to something is another. And I know a lot of people disagree with me, but whatever.
Yeah.
So, let's move on before I just slowly ask it.
Alright. So anything else we got in gaming news?
Honestly can't think of anything.
Well, we also got some big
No,
news.
I do. Actually, I do have one more thing in gaming. Some people already know about it, but if you're not aware, Final Fantasy XI is getting a mobile release. If you haven't already heard about this. If you have, well, more news has come out about it. Yoshi P has said that they're in the middle of refining it now. And so they're far along where they've got the battle mechanics in fine-tuning, and they're just doing all that stuff, and they're going to have a big announcement on it really soon, so probably in the next couple of weeks. There's a conference coming up, and he's going to be there. So they're thinking they might release new information on it. And it's not going to be like a Final Fantasy XI from the beginning. It's its own thing, but it's going to work just like it. It's going to work as a full-fledged MMO.
Okay, cool.
So if you haven't played 11 and you want to, you're going to get your chance.
That would be hawking me right there.
Yep. So, this news for you, big guy. I'm getting that look like, shut up, go away. Okay, so, that's all I can think about in gaming.
Okay, that's all we got going on in gaming. And this right here, I'm going to come out and say this now, because this is something that we can touch on. A lot of times we like to touch on, people who pass away at the end of the chat and all. I think this one we need to bring up now, because this was kind of hit us all hard. Especially, I know it hit Kremen hard. And that is the death of Hiromi Suru. Please forgive us if we cannot say sometimes these names, but we do.
We try. Unfortunately, we're not Japanese.
No.
As much as we'd love to be, we're so I apologize in advance if we butcher her name. Regardless, she was the voice of Bulma.
No, she was the voice of her from the beginning, wasn't she? In
Yes.
Japan?
Yes.
She voiced Bulma up until Dragon Ball Super. Which, you know, I speculate after the current arc, which is a tournament arc.
Yeah.
But this is Dragon Ball Z we're talking about. It's a lot of it's tournament arc.
Half of this series is tournament arc.
Yeah, it's currently in the Tournament of Power. I get the feeling after the Tournament of Power, they're probably going to take some sort of hiatus for a while,
Yeah, I guess.
so that they can.
Figure out what they're gonna do from
Yeah.
there on, because she's not a side
Bulma's-
character. She's important.
Bulma's fairly important.
It would kind of suck to see her replaced as far as voice acting, but at the same time, I mean, it is
You kind of have to.
yeah. I don't see of a way you can really write Bulma off that quick without having her. No,
You cannot write off Bulma.
You can't, because
They're
you have
actually-
you have to keep in mind where Super takes place. Super is taking place in
Between-
that
in-
10-year gap between the end of Majin Buu saga and the end of
yeah.
Z.
I know. You can't write her off as far as death, but I do have a fan's idea of what they could do.
Okay.
She has a sister.
She does have a sister
Write Bulma
named
off.
Tights.
Write Bulma off of the show because she's doing something else. She can't be seen. Bring her sister in as the new Bulma figure. Granted, they're two different characters in their own right. They're not the same.
But
I just don't see that
that would
working.
be really hard to do because, like I said, Bulma's been around since the very beginning of Dragon Ball. She was first introduced in the first episode.
I know.
Well,
And
not only that, but then you've got to think of it this way. You've got Vegeta, you've got Trunks, and you've got Bra.
Yeah.
I will protect
So, I mean, you can't just push Bulma to the side.
The woman that keeps Vegeta in line.
As he so aptly put it when Beerus hit her. My Bulma!
Yeah.
No, you do
You-
not.
I mean-
You do not put Bulma in a corner.
No.
I mean,
Bulma
I
puts
don't-
you in the corner.
I don't really know what else you can do. I
About
bet-
the only thing that they could probably do is do a casting call.
Yeah.
I
That's
know-
one that's going to be a close match, possible, but at the same time, we all know it's not going to be the exact same.
Yeah, no.
I mean, you know, as far as the English dub, will be fine.
Yeah.
But that Japanese, you know, I'll watch it on Crunchyroll. It's what I watch Super. It's how I watch Super.
Well, that's how I was introduced to Dragon Ball Z, was through the regular versions where I used to watch at school before they came on Toonami. I mean, I watched a lot of the
back into the fray.
Frieza saga online.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's definitely a hard issue to deal with.
It really is. It's just like another issue that we're going to have to deal with Overlord.
Yeah, because the guy who voiced Sev has passed.
Yeah. So
I mean,
they're
obviously-
going to have to do a casting for him. I mean, you know, it hits you hard when it's something that you're passionate about, something that you love, and all of a sudden, you know,
It hits a hole in the wall. It hits a roadblock, so to say. I mean, it was like that with Linkin Park, man.
absolutely.
They didn't
It's
have
been
any.
like that with a lot of things.
A lot of things, definitely. Like, I know this isn't like a new issue people are having to face, but
Mhm.
still. I mean, I'm sure Toriyama and everyone will overcome. They'll do what's right. I don't think they're gonna disrespect anyone, and it'll work out for the best, whatever that path is. So.
So we just want to say that she will be missed among her fans out there.
I just hope that they tell us what happened, because we still aren't sure exactly
We haven't got
what caused
I don't.
her.
Last I heard, I don't think anyone knows. Do they?
I think the last I heard they were doing an autopsy, and it hadn't been released or it hadn't been done yet. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, it was just so sudden. Like, you know, they came upon her. She was in her car, buckled up in the driver's seat. The emergency lights were on. The car was not damaged in any form, so it did not look like she was in any sort of accident or anything. And she was just gone. They got her to the hospital and she was pronounced dead on arrival.
I hope whatever it was relatively peaceful.
But not only did she do the voice of Bulma from Dragon Ball, but she was also Merle Strife in Trigun. She was Kari in Ranma and a Half. Naomi Hunter for the Metal Gear series. So
she also did the Japanese dub for Trinity in The Matrix.
Oh yeah.
okay.
If I remember reading correctly, I think I read that somewhere. But yes, I mean she had a lot to her name. You know, she wasn't any
She wasn't
small
a
time.
She wasn't a one-trick pony, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Like I said, to all the family and friends, she will be missed.
Yeah, our thoughts and prayers are definitely going out to her friends and her family and colleagues and everyone in the industry. I know some fans are taking it extremely hard.
Exactly.
Yes, a lot of fans have been outpouring and like doing tribute art,
Yeah.
and I've seen a lot of that, and it's when you look at it, it hits you.
Yeah.
And it does. It hits hard.
So what else we got to talk about? I don't want to dwell.
Well,
Yeah.
we've got some good news going on. And this December, coming up December, Toonami is going to be doing a stint and releasing a new anime, Black Clover, that's been a big time
Yeah.
lately. And now people are going to be able to watch it through Toonami.
We were saying that they were extending it an hour, extending Toonami an hour.
Mhm.
So the latest question as to what's going to take the other 30 minutes.
Back into the fray.
That, I haven't heard any announcement of what they're bringing on or what they're going to extend. But
Do like a
hopefully,
rerun of something or an extra,
yeah.
whatever.
But it would be interesting to see what they're going to come up with.
They might even just like add one of their current shows
Because I don't know how long.
on Adult Swim over to Toonami.
Right, but I don't know how long more they got with the new Lupin the Third, which is an amazing series.
Oh yeah.
I'm watching that like crazy.
Yeah.
Now up to the last episode. Oh my god.
I need to get back on that.
We both do it.
Yes, he
It
did.
is awesome. So
Mhm. And Hunter x Hunter getting good on there.
yeah.
Dragon Ball Super, they released the King. Finally showed the King now on
The Omni King,
Yes.
Zeno-sama.
That was an interesting episode. You get to watch Bulma freak out. It's like, oh my gosh, what? That little guy in the ring. But yeah, I've been wanting to see Black Clover now. If I'm able to, I have it on my list to watch through Funimation. Haven't had a chance to because I've been picking up so many great semi-dubs lately.
Yeah.
Like Blood Blockade, Battlefront, and Beyond Season 2. Hilarious. If you've not seen it, check it out. If you're a big fan of Trigun, you can be a fan of this show. That's all I'm going to say.
Definitely sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
And there are some others that you've been watching that I have
Recovery of an MMO
recommended.
Junkie, which is hilarious. Oh, I've been laughing my head off on that series.
I'm loving that series, especially where I'm at. Things are getting interesting real fast.
Yes. Another good series that's on there that I've been watching, another one that Krim told me about, and it is called Code Realize. And
Yes,
again,
there's that one.
mm-hmm. And they finally released Sherlock Holmes in the episode. Yes.
Such a LeBlanc move.
Mm-hmm. And I said, what else have I been watching that you can tell me that was really good?
Okay.
King's Game is one.
Yeah. I was about to say.
And then June Tyson,
Mhm.
Zodiac War. That's another good one.
Which that one is voice directed by
Vic Mignogna.
Vic Mignogna. For anyone who doesn't know that name, you really should. It's a guy who does the voice of Edward Elric from the Full Metal Alchemist series.
Yes.
Broly from
He was
Dragon
Dragon
Ball
Ball Z.
In the movies, of course.
He's
because-
Kaku from Bleach.
Yes.
And he's done so many works. He worked in Kakashi, that was through Viz. He's done so many things. He worked on Oran High School Host Club.
He was also in Soul Eater, wasn't he?
Yes, he was Deathsight.
Maka's Papa.
Mm-hmm. Great voice actor. Done so many great things. If you ever get a chance to look up a lot of his works, amazing.
Yes. And of course, definitely check out Junai Tyson because, let's face it, it is a wonderful series.
Let me put it this way. Do y'all like Hunger Games out there, people? I think you're gonna like this. This is way better than Hunger Games. A lot
Which
more
one is
graphic.
this?
This is,
Junai Tyson.
yeah. The characters are the Chinese Zodiac.
Yep.
Yes. So you have the rat, you got the ox, you have the tiger, the ram,
The
rabbit,
boar, rabbit,
the dog, the chicken, the
dragon,
monkey,
snake.
snake, which you find out are like twins in this story.
Yes. See, is that all of them?
The
Dog
horse. And the horse.
and the horse. Yeah. So I mean, you know, you've got the 12 animals of the Chinese zodiac. Each of them represented by their own warrior, chosen by the, I guess you could say, clan.
Their clan, their families, and all.
So, I mean, you know, definitely wonderful.
Yeah. I was not expecting that for the rabbit, but the rabbit's like, oh my gosh. That image you can't get out of your head.
I know, right? I am not a big fan of the rabbit. I like the rabbit better from Fruits Basket.
That rabbit character is so cute. You're like, oh, and you see this rabbit, you're like, whoa.
I see this rabbit and I'm like,
Run.
go get me my shotgun.
Literally. It's like that.
Go get me my shotgun.
Please pass.
I've got to take care of a little old yeller problem here.
Oh, Yeller has nothing on that rabbit.
Silly rabbit. Tricks are for kids.
in this case, is not the tricks he's after. It's blood.
No, he's just out to make friends.
What kind of friends? Oh yeah, dead friends.
Yeah, he likes taking warriors from the other clans and making them his friend.
Yeah. If anyone wants to know what this character looks like, you've ever heard an anime called Tokyo Ghoul with the character with the white hair and the black and red eye? That's how this character looks like, except for put black bunny ears on top of him. Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty close. The when it comes to comparing this to Tokyo Ghoul, Tokyo Ghoul is tame.
Yeah, this is way, like, wow. But it's an amazing series. It's really, like, how the backstories of these characters and why they're playing the game is really interesting. And I love it how they do it with each episode.
I loved Ram's reason for playing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you've gotten to that point
Yes, I
yet.
got to that episode.
You've seen that
That's the
episode?
latest one that's just been dubbed through Funimation.
I love him. He's a wonderful character.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But like I said, we can talk about these and spoil some things. We don't want to spoil a lot of them because we want y'all to check these things out.
another one that you need to check out, and I'm going to go ahead and say this right now. If you're a fan of Danganronpa, then the anime for you that has come out this season that you need to check out, King's Game.
We've talked about this many, many times on the podcast. And like we said before, it is just like you said. If you're a fan of Danganronpa, you're going to love this.
Now you have
It is, and it is graphic. I'm not going to kid you. It is, oh my gosh.
On Crunchyroll, we are currently on the 7th episode. I believe on Funimation
We're on
they're
the 4th.
4th.
We're on the 4th.
That's not bad. Only 3 episodes behind.
That's how we are.
So yeah, that gives you some idea of how far along we are overall.
Mm-hmm.
I keep up to date as much as I possibly can. Some weeks I might get behind. I try not to.
Sometimes it's just easy to do. It happens. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's just, there's different ones out there that you can get into, and that's the cool thing. There's got all different types of things. Whatever you feel like you want to watch. Lately, the ones I've watched is like we've talked about here, what we call, I don't know. There's different themes. There's supposed like the slice of life anime. So Recovery MMO Junkie is a slice of life, and also it's a comedy.
Very much so. I like the latest episode that I've seen on Crunchyroll with it. It was pretty funny.
I don't know if I've seen the newest one yet. The newest episode.
It was pretty funny.
It was.
Episode 7.
No, I don't think I've made that yet. I made 6, but I don't think I've done 7 yet.
Yeah. Episode 7. Another one I've been watching. And it is a very slice of life. Kino's Journey. Beautiful World.
Hello there.
I've heard good things about that series.
It is wonderful.
I'll be
It is a
back soon.
great series. If you get the opportunity to watch it, I highly recommend it.
Another one I would recommend anybody wants to watch this.
And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it was an anime at another time. Like, this is the second time they've done an anime of
Yes,
Kino's Journey.
there is. And you can actually watch the old ones. I think at the time, ADV Films is one that used to actually have the rights to the old Kino's Journey.
Because I'd read about it somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
But regardless, I'm watching the new one. I'm watching what they're releasing on Crunchyroll. And absolutely wonderful. The premise is pretty simple. It's about a traveler, would be the best way to describe her. She's a traveler. And she travels around the world to different, what they call countries. But it seems more like they're just big cities. Like really big cities that are self-contained. Because it's like, it's a self-contained government. Each city is its own country, so to speak. And but yeah, she goes around to different countries and spends 3 days in any country.
Okay, I do want to say one thing before you keep on continuing, Krim. When I was talking about Toonami doing they're extending it for a half hour earlier at 10:30 p.m. starting with Dragon Ball Super again, and then Kai. Black Clover will come on at 11:30 p.m.
Alright, so it is only 30 minutes longer.
Because JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Mobile Suit Gundam, Hunter x Hunter, Lupin the Third, Naruto, Shippuden, Outlaw Star, Cowboy Bebop, and Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex Second Gig is what's going to be the new lineup.
Alright, gotcha.
So we're still going to have all the still continuous shows.
It's just the extra 30 minutes
for
instead
Black
of an hour.
Clover, which is still great because,
Yeah.
like I said, I'm the one to see Black Clover.
Yeah, I've been watching Black Clover on Crunchyroll, and from what I've seen of it, anyone who knows, me and Ketch both got the Loot anime crates coming to us here lately. And in one of the more recent ones, it had the
Black
first manga volume of Black Clover. And from what I've seen of it, of the anime, it stays pretty true to
The manga?
the manga.
Oh wow, that's good.
And that's something I always love, when something stays true to the original source material.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's why I love Monster Musume. I mean, that anime stayed extremely close to source material.
Still waiting on season 2.
You and me both, my friend. Because let's face it, who doesn't love monster boobs? I mean Monster Musume.
IGN.
Apparently. But they're the only ones.
There has to be somebody.
Yeah, well, IGN didn't even give it 10 seconds. They watched it for less than 10 seconds and then proceeded to do a 45-minute review on why it sucked. So.
And those are the type of people who can, be taken out back and treated like Old Yeller.
Well, they're going through problems of their own right now, IGN is, so I feel like...
again? What is it this time?
Sexual harassment.
Oh.
Yeah. Sexual harassment.
It wasn't even like the entirety of IGN, it was like one of their writers at the time. And IGN themselves didn't do anything about it, so... I mean, your typical sexual harassment case nowadays. Sexual harassment for years, nobody said or anything about it, nobody wanted to do anything about it until years after the fact, and then they're coming out of the woodworks and complaining. Which they should, I'm just saying, like, it's the typical... It's been going on, but no one wanted to do anything about it. So.
Well, you see, the way I see it with that, with sexual harassment and whatnot, everybody's coming out with it now, now that it's being shown on some more prominent figures.
Oh yeah.
So they're like, okay, let's just go ahead and get this out of the way.
Yeah.
Why not?
Anywho,
But yeah,
I do have one other anime thing we could discuss.
Hey, what else we got going on?
In the last couple of weeks, the newest Pokemon movie, Pokemon I Choose You, did come out.
Okay.
yes. I've heard some stuff about
I have too. I haven't watched it yet, but I do want to.
that.
It's supposed to be some kind of a reboot on the entire series. Or a retelling of it.
I heard something, guess you could say it was kind of disturbing.
Really?
Yeah.
Like good disturbing or...
Well, it was...
Well,
It-
listen to
it-
me. Good disturbing or bad disturbing? It's disturbing. It's...
It was, something that shouldn't be.
Really? Save it for after the show so we're not spoiling things on air, but now you've got me hella curious.
Everyone died.
Well,
Yeah, Ash died, and this is all really just,
Coma theory confirmed.
So
him in a dream state.
Coma theory confirmed.
Retelling of the first movie.
The entire thing was a dream, and he was in a coma. He wakes up and he goes on his actual journey.
And then Mewtwo's there next to him like, I'm sorry, I turned you to stone.
It's like, we cool, bro.
Sorry for turning you to stone, man, but hey, I look at it this way, at least you got stoned. So, I mean, you know.
By the way, Pokemon are now the dominant species, so get used to this. And throws a Pokeball at him.
You remember how y'all used to try and capture us and train us? Well,
About
It's
that.
no.
about
It's
that.
not the opposite.
I gotta say this. I've got to say this on air.
Oh,
Okay,
God.
so I've got a friend listening to the podcast right now, and it's Havoc. So shout out to you, Havoc. He's listening to it, and we get to the point on this show we're talking about the sexual harassment from IGN. And he messages me right after. He says, sexual harassment. I suddenly hear Gohan saying, I need an adult, followed by Super Comic Guru going, I am an adult.
I am an adult.
Oh, and he also said, this is more directed towards Phoenix. He says, oh God, you're playing Mercy, his former main, and it hurts.
Yeah, it hurt for a second. And then I was dead, so it didn't matter.
I need healing. I'm dead, so...
I need 2 seconds to actually res you, so...
Remember, swift cast res, and then tell them that they owe you mana.
You owe me 265 MP. Oh, Lord have mercy.
Keep my head down. Okay, on that.
But yes, as you were saying about the Pokemon I Choose You.
Yeah, it released, and just kind of that was what I was trying to say, because it did come out, people are mixed on it. I haven't really watched a review on it, but I really would like to watch it, because I've been looking forward to this for a while.
Well, it's back again. Former Mercy main time.
Hold on. I just got some new information through Funimation that you're going to get a kick out of.
Oh no.
Future Diary,
Oh no.
OVA, official clip, Phantom of the Past, the final concludes with the true ending of the OVA to Future Diary. Brand new, coming out, Blu-ray and DVD, complete series combo pack.
Wait.
A new, yes.
New combo pack with OVAs.
Future Diary final concludes with the true ending OVA Future Diary Redial. Available now in the brand new Future Diary Blu-ray and DVD combo series pack. Yes.
So,
And the picture I'm looking at right now is a picture of Yuno Gasai in some kind of, her hair is all twisted up in little buns right here, and she's like wearing some kind of swimsuit.
I must see
In
this.
other words,
Turn your computer, damn
You're
it.
a perfect match. Graham?
Oh, what? I was rooting for like 2 seconds.
So wait, is this completely new, or is this a redub of the old OVA? Because there was an OVA not too long ago. But
Oh, Future
That's of the
Diaries?
past.
yeah, there was a Future Diary movie. So is the one that Funimation's releasing, is it a new OVA, or is it the old?
I think it's a new OVA. I am bound to that.
Damn it, Funimation. Why?
Just shut up and take my money.
Exactly. Gosh, darn it, man. I want to have more nightmares of Yuno, and I want to
heard-
have more reasons to like her, even though I don't want to anymore. You know you're bad for my health, but damn it, I love you.
I heard you have more change in your pocket. Well, we have this new OVA.
Christmas is right around the corner, and what better way to blow through all your Christmas money than buying the Future Diary OVA?
For yourself.
Yeah, for yourself. Merry Christmas to me. I deserve it. The hell am I looking at? Why is your crotch rainbow?
I know, but Mario's going in circles.
Because
Why are you
Reasons.
wearing chaps?
Why not?
Some people like it.
They
Okay.
some people want to feel the breeze of
So this guy is called the Velveteen Dream. He's got sunglasses on with a third eye hole for his mind's eye, and he's got a little miniature Mexican poncho on with assless chaps, but he's got like a rainbow whatever it is underneath it, and he's got one of those like half Bruno Mars haircut, half ghetto cornrows, and no, get away from me, I don't want to come to you. And he's doing that whole come here with his finger thing, and why? Why am I looking at this? Why is this a thing?
I don't know, but kill
This
it
is the
with
reason
fire.
why we don't need watching wrestling during the podcast.
Kill it with fire.
And he's
Please.
fighting like that. Oh my god, they zip up from the side, and he's got his opponent's face on the side of his pants.
And his on the other.
And NXT on the back. Please don't shake your butt. I don't want to see this. What? And so he's facing this guy called Aleister Black, and I really like Aleister Black because, I mean, look at the guy. Tattooed, comes out to heavy rock music, and he rises up from the ground Undertaker style. And he's from Holland. So, that's a thing. Oh, that's pretty neat. Anyway, getting my mind off of that, because I'm going to get just completely wrapped into that. So yeah, the Future Diary OVA is coming out. Pokemon I Choose You came out, and I want to watch it. I just don't know how to get my hands on it. Because I don't think any streaming service we have actually does have it. I'll figure it out whether I have to go to YouTube or not. But okay, so what else is going on in the world of things?
All except for this coming up Thursday over here is Thanksgiving.
Yep.
Yes.
And again, like we were saying earlier now about Thanksgiving, there is also the Black Friday.
Havoc sent that after we started talking about Future Diary. He sent me the message with Samuel Jackson doing the shut up and take my money, motherfucker.
And there goes our PG rating.
I think that's already dropped.
It dropped a
while back.
long time ago, but yeah, we'll work on it. We'll work on it for MTAC.
Indeed.
Yes.
Would our PG rating go even worse if I just punched this turtle really hard?
I don't think that's going to be a
PETA will hate you, but we don't care about PETA, so go for it.
It's just he wants me to walk in a triangle on ice.
Illuminati confirmed. Mario is Illuminati confirmed.
Well, we already know he was Russian, so...
Well, you know, he is an Italian plumber, so...
Yeah.
Just you know...
Went out of line there. I need 90 points and I got 80. I'm done for the night.
God.
keeps telling you to keep your mustache up.
But like I was saying, with this be coming after the holidays and all that, this is the best time when you can actually get some great deals on some animes, especially through Right Stuff and through Funimation.
Yeah, definitely with like
especially through Right Stuff, they're gonna be doing their Days of Christmas all the way up, and you can get some really great deals. I have gotten some really amazing series for a good price. If anybody is interested, go check them out. They do things all the time. Funimation sent out their newsletter last night saying bookmark this page because it would be updated with the stuff that they're going to have for Black Friday. And when I saw there was like some kind of fierce shadow figure in the background.
Nice.
So I don't know what they got planned.
I know you can get a lot of good deals Black Friday and Cyber Monday and all this stuff.
Anyone else has got anything to say?
Not that I can think of right offhand.
Well, I can tell you one thing real quick. I got a chance to do something last week with one of my little nieces. We actually went down to, because I was telling you about, we was going to see the mini Hamicon and all.
Mm-hmm.
The thing about the mini Hamicon, don't get me wrong, it was a great event. I enjoyed going to Hamicon. Loved the event. To have some of the events there, I would love to see MTAT bring like the Amaki Dome, which would be kind of fun. Even though it's a little small panel, it's still fun to do. But let me explain some things about when to have an anime convention and when not to have an anime convention. When not to have an anime convention is when you're planning to shut down downtown to have a parade.
Yep. Or if you're going to have it at that time, don't do it at the parade route.
Exactly.
What happened at the parade?
Not here. It was at Hamicon and or mini Hamicon.
On the way trying to get to the convention, we were stopped by a parade. The convention started about 10 o'clock. We got into Alabama around the area about 11 o'clock, so it was about 1 hour off. And they blocked off the roads for what we needed to get to the convention. It was downtown. It was rough. I'm not going to kid you. We didn't get to the convention center until like a little bit after 1 o'clock.
So it was fun,
Dang.
right?
Yeah, there was a lot. It was fun. I had fun with my little niece when we went.
That's good.
We did get a chance to check out some of the cosplays. Took some photos. We're going to try to put them up onto the Facebook site when I get a chance to. She did her best to take some pictures. Her camera wasn't working on her phone, but luckily for me I had the backup camera and we took some pictures. Met some great vendors there. I was going to bring one of the pieces that I bought, which is this little medallion, wooden medallion, and it has the Full Metal Alchemist symbol
Oh, cool.
painted on it in a little circle. I bought it for like $7. The guy was really cool. He had painted head like wooden masks and all. And then I just want to give him a shout because he was an amazing guy to talk to. His work was phenomenal.
Yeah.
And a lot of the vendors there that they had that was in the artist alley did such amazing work. And I just want to give them all a shout out. Shout out to the people of Hamilcon for letting us be able to go there and let them to be able to continue that event because it was a lot of fun. And I'd like to see them to grow and to do better panel ideals and learn, from these things.
Yeah.
So,
I want to give a personal shout out to one of the guys that's usually at MTAC, and he was at Anime Day, and he was probably over at Mini Hamicon. I can never remember the guy's name, but he does the pixel bead art, and he's like always this really big booth. He's got all of his works displayed on there, and he's really talented at what he does, and he kind of did save my life, so. That's not a story I want to get into right now, but the point is he's does really great art, and any chance I can get to give him a shout out.
give him a shout out. Just say he does amazing work, and hopefully you'll be able to do something like for us later on.
Yeah.
As maybe something we're paying for and all.
Yeah, BAM, get our
It would be
logo.
amazing to see.
It would be. I'm sure he would be willing to do it. So, and yeah, another shout out to Vance Capley for the new batch of wonderful art that he's done for us.
Yes, we of VHI and also for Media.
Yeah.
We do appreciate those very, very much.
Indeed. He does great work, so anytime you want to have work done by him or want to buy any of his existing art, just let him know, reach out.
Yeah. Hopefully, a lot of times the game night, our local comic book and gaming store.
But he also has a website, doesn't he?
VanceCapelleArt.com, I think, or VanceCapelle.com. I know he's got a Facebook, Vance Capelle Art. He's got a YouTube channel, Vance Capelle Art. There's many ways you can reach out to him.
Yeah. But like I said, the local game store, not video game, but game store called Game Night here in Columbia, and also in Orangeburg, because they've got 2 locations. Awesome people who go there, who runs it and all. And we just want to give them a shout out because they do have local events. And a lot of times they invite us up there to do podcasts and do things for them. And we just want to give them a shout out as well because it was for them. Hey, we didn't have some of the listeners as we do today.
Right. Yeah, definitely big shout out and thanks to them for allowing us to do the things we've done, and just having that kind of environment in the area that we can go and hang out at, because they've got Magic, they've got Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm not sure if they've got Pokemon card games going up. They do have Pokemon, and they've got tabletop games you can play.
Like when we want to try to get back into our D&D campaign and all.
Yeah, there's a lot of D&D stuff that they do there too. A couple of groups go there and do their stuff, so it's nice to have that kind of environment in the area. We can go and do that, because card shops and comic shops are a little bit of a dying breed nowadays.
They are getting scarce and hard to find, but it's good to see that small areas still like to have those around and say, hey,
Yeah.
this is the place where you can go.
Yeah.
Anything else anybody's got?
Again, not that I can think of. Right
Yeah, I
offhand.
think we've pretty much covered all the big stuff since last show.
Awesome.
Things recently that have happened, more or less.
Well, until then, as said, we can just wrap up the show tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see
We
anything
got
else we can do.
bad weather going on right now.
Yay!
More coming this direction, I guess you can say.
Or yay!
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's still bad out right now or if we're kind of in between cells, but
Out there, we're out there right now. Please be safe.
yeah, definitely. If you're indoors, stay there. If you're not, why are you watching this?
How are they watching? Oh yeah, because of the fire. I was thinking of watching our faces.
No.
No.
Yeah, stay safe, no matter what you're doing. Have a happy Thanksgiving, happy holidays to everyone of every denomination and walks of life.
Don't eat too much.
Yeah, don't eat too much, stay,
Happy Turkey Day. Couple.
and a very Merry Black Friday to you. Don't get trampled.
Exactly.
I'm
Black
not going to be
Friday. What's Black Friday?
Thanks.
Hell,
It's the Boxing Day to Thanksgiving.
it's
If you don't know about Boxing Day.
people. If you want my honest opinion, just wait till Black Friday's over. You'll still find good deals at the aftermath, especially video games.
A lot of people nowadays have their freaking Black Friday deals for days.
Well, it's like you were saying, you've got Black Friday and then you've got Cyber Monday.
Yeah, but even then, a lot of businesses extend Black Friday until Cyber Monday, and then their online stores have like Cyber Monday deals for days.
Well, like I said, even like Funimation and all stuff's gonna have their stuff. They're already saying like, this is what we're gonna put out. A lot of things are in shadows, so you can't really see it. But
That was
still,
just
it's amazing. What was that?
So I killed Reinhardt, and then he
Yeah, I
spawns
see that.
behind me and charges me into a wall and kills me again.
I saw that. I can't believe that.
Yeah,
it's-
speaking of charging, that's one of the things that Havoc was telling me earlier. He wishes he could play with you so he could troll you with Reinhardt and charge you off a cliff.
All right. Speaking of off a cliff. Come on, Reinhardt. Let's see. Let's see what you got.
Get that shield up.
Wrong way.
Oh. It wasn't off the cliff. It was
Yeah.
up some stairs.
So much damage. All at one place.
Now, does Roadhog got like some kind of like shark on his head?
Yes.
One of these little
Sure.
mushrooms you got.
Yeah. This is frustrating.
I can't do that.
So nobody else has anything.
If
Nope,
you're not
so I guess
watching,
we're at the point of
figuring out how we're going to close this show off.
yeah. I mean, y'all can watch and berate me as I'm finishing this match out.
Well, I'm still watching this WWE, the NXT match between the Velveteen Dream and Aleister Black, which is turning out to be a really good match.
And right now I'm racing a bunch of seals.
Like, this match is better than it should be. It's been back and forth all freaking all match.
I just want to give a shout out to all the listeners who've been coming into the podcast with us tonight. Who knows, the numbers have been changing. It's still amazing, and thank you all for coming out and listening to us.
Yeah.
Just, give us a shout out. Through the chat room open, just talk there if you want to. We'll answer any kind of questions you have. What's going on?
What?
And the room goes silent.
Yeah.
Oh,
Silence.
I won.
Grandpa won.
Yep.
There we go.
Oh, that was that guy. But he took 2 people with him. That's great. Alright. Ready to end this?
I'm ready. So it's been a good show. We've had fun. I'm Hawk.
I'm Grim.
I'm Phoenix.
I'm the Shroud.
And I am Catch.
And for once in our freaking show career, we're very coordinated with how we do things, as intros and outros. So until the next time, a nice little motto we all love to live. Yeah, whatever. Don't logic shit.
And there we go.
Oh, there goes the coordination.
I was trying to get you guys to say it, but it wasn't working. Let's try this again. Take 2. Hold on. I'm not going out like
It's ruined,
that.
it's
I'm not.
ruined.
No, it's not.
You've ruined it.
The moment's gone. Just let it
It's over.
Until the next time, a motto we all love to live by. Don't logic. There we
You're
go.
fired.